Yeah, man. Basically, you have to be initiated, man, because this knowledge is esoteric, man. Okay, the Lord made it esoteric on purpose. It's only just for a select group of men to actually get the full understanding of this. That's the mysteries. It's gonna be a stumbling block to everybody else that read it. Okay, that's why you gotta have the Holy Spirit that gives you the understanding, man. All right, so go ahead.
Verse 4, whereby when ye read, ye may understand my knowledge and the mystery of Yahweh Shai.
That you may understand it. That you may perceive, that you may comprehend. Okay? Everybody that read this book, that don't mean that they're getting the understanding. That's why it says in Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, with all I get understanding, man. And you're not supposed to lean upon your own understanding. Okay? Trust on the Lord and lean not to thy own understanding. All right? Well, you only get the understanding through the inspiration of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, which that spirit is the comforter, man, the spirit of truth. So that's why Jake, hey, I read Revelation. That's not really for me. I gotta wait for the Spirit to open that up to me. He was humble enough to admit that the Spirit ain't working with him to understand, the mark of the beast or whatever is in the book of Revelation.
He said, I don't have the discernment.
He said, I don't have the discernment. Hey, that's humility, though. He acknowledged that,
The
man.
Lord loves that.
The average Jake, he knows it all. You can't tell him shit,
I done been I done got a degree in this, seminary school, I done been theology major, I done got my master's in,
one dude, I think we was on Las Vegas Boulevard.
Oh, at that other one.
At the other spot, and that Jake walked by. I got a theologian degree. I studied the Bible. I know these different languages. But nigga, do you understand the mysteries? Do you understand the prophecies? Could you break down the Gentiles? Could you break down what nationality was Cornelius? What's the mark of the beast? Who's the Edomites? Who's the Israelites?
Today.
What is Babylon the Great?
Since you want to boast, now after you're done humbling yourself, then we'll just give you the answers. I had the word esoteric though. For those they may not, watch it, may not see the video. So in esoteric, it says it's an adjective. Of course, it says intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with a specialized knowledge of interest.
All right.
This is Google.
That's Google, right?
Google Dictionary, yeah.
Well, that's it's only meant for a small group. That's that remnant, man.
Electos.
Revelation, not Revelation, Romans 11:7, man.
Yeah.
What have Israel have not obtained what they have seeking for?
You got it?
It's Romans 11:7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
And what are they seeking? They seeking for the truth. Okay? He couldn't even receive that he's an Israelite. But if the Spirit was to, work with him, he'd come to the realization that he is an Israelite.
That's why I just left it there so he can keep looking at it.
Yep.
So when the Spirit does reveal it to him, when he said before that decision, he'll remember.
Like you can't put two and two together. We telling you how the Lord is a dark-skinned man. He got woolly hair. Ain't you dark-skinned? Don't you got woolly hair? But you can't accept that you're a Jew.
You'd rather be a Gentile.
You'd rather be a heathen.
Another thing, Jake and the Christian church can say, oh, we spiritual Israelites. Well, if you're a spiritual Israelite, you're a physical Israelite.
Right.
And them two go together.
If you got the spirit of an Israelite, that means you are an Israelite.
According to your father-in-law.
That's right. Hey, the Spirit bear witness with our spirit that we're the sons of the Most High.
Exactly. That makes
if you got the Spirit, you are an Israelite, man.
Just plain and simple.
Go back.
Let me get this one out.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Matthew. Wait a minute, you was reading the same. Well, I'll just read it. Matthew 13 and 11. It says, or 10. I'll start up. No, 9. It says, "Who have ears to hear, let him hear." And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? They don't have the discernment to understand it, right? The book of Revelation to him was a big parable. It says,
you open up Revelation, the 9th chapter, and you go to where it talks about horsemen,
right.
And there were 200,000. All right, and each one sitting on a breastplate of fire and jacinth and brimstone to kill the third part of man, and the fire was in his mouth, and their tail, with their heads, they hurt.
Yeah.
Jacob scratched his fucking head, man. He scratched the shell of his head. If you open up the book and have him break that down, man.
It's talking about warheads, by the way. Missiles, ICBM missiles with the warheads.
They wouldn't know. They wouldn't understand,
The tail is that fire coming from it.
Hey, but that's, and we got to humble down for knowing that.
Right.
The Lord shared that, the Lord put the Spirit on us to accept it as the word of truth from the men that taught us those revelations, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we in debt. Hey, like they say, we in debt to those men. They gave us precious jewels, man.
Right.
Okay?
They taught others that should be able to teach others to do the same. Brings fruit forth so they should remain.
Man.
It says,
we didn't get this on our own, man. We ain't out here boasting that we know something.
Right.
The Lord put the Holy Spirit on us to accept the teachings of the mysteries, man. And we got it from the men who the Lord set up through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. Okay? And if anybody was to humble down to the Spirit, they receive it too.
The
Lord said he dwelleth with a spirit, a man of a contrite and humble spirit, man. If you are humble down enough, the Lord may give you these secrets, these precious jewels, man. He'll give you the knowledge, man. But if you proud and you think you already know it already, just like a lot of the men his age, they feel that because of their age that you can't tell them nothing. That's the reason why they can't really receive this, man.
Right.
Because they're not willing to basically unlearn and learn the truth.
Yep.
Ever learning but never able to come into the knowledge of the truth.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 11, Matthew 13:11, it says, and he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
And he was talking to who? His disciples.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, but to them it is not given. Yep, that's good.
That was it? Go back to that.
Yeah, this is 1 Peter 2:2. It says, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby.
Isaiah 28.
Okay.
To whom shall he basically give the secrets of this knowledge to?
And it's Isaiah 28:9. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Go from there to Matthew 18.
And let me say this real quick, that weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast, humility is a big part of that. Of that basic fundamental knowledge. Not thinking you know every goddamn thing. But being able to humble and diligently study and seek for knowledge or wisdom of the scriptures.
And usually it's pride that get in the way of why you can't get this.
Yeah.
The Lord resists the proud and giveth grace to the humble. A lot of the elders, they're stuck in their ways and they look down on you like, you youngster. How could you don't have the knowledge like that? Yeah. The brother cut the shit out of Bubble Eyes, man. You gotta be humble, man, no matter how old you are. Okay, you 40 years old, 60 years old, but if you came up in this, you came up under a big, ongoing, everlasting lie, man. That you gotta Hebrews was at the 5th chapter. You gotta learn again. All right. You can get that too.
Let him get what he got. Unless you want it first.
But who was reading?
He was reading.
Read where you was at.
In Matthew 18.
Yeah, get Matthew 18 because you just read Isaiah 28. It said, to whom shall he teach the knowledge to, man? Him that is weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. So basically, you gotta be as a child that's on the titty of his mother, and get that nourishment as a newborn child, man. Okay. A child will immediately humble before you, man. And that's natural, because they know you know more than them. Get that out.
It's Matthew 18:3. And I said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Was there one more verse?
Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
So it's, hey, you gotta humble down. It's about humility. All right. Hey, if you like the Jake, the older Jake that was here, it would take a humble spirit for him to acknowledge, like, hey, you know what? Even though I'm up in age, I might have world experience over y'all, but as far as the spiritual understanding and the knowledge, y'all got that. I'll humble myself and receive it from you. I don't care if y'all younger than me. That's how you got to be, or else you just gonna be an old bottle that can't take new wine. You know, the wicked scribes and Pharisees, they were stubborn like that. You couldn't tell them nothing. Oh, I'm a doctor in the law.
Yeah.
You know,
there's no higher position.
I sit in the highest seats.
Yeah, there's no higher position in Israel than what
You can't show me that this guy over here, Mary and Joseph, little boy, you can't show him in the scriptures. You can't show him in the law of Moses. They was dead set serious, man. You couldn't tell them shit, man. Pride. But they didn't realize they had that bill over their face, man. If they would have humbled down and actually looked, and if the Lord shined his, put his spirit upon them and shined that light on them, then they would have saw Yahweh Shai was all throughout them scrolls.
And some of them did though. There were righteous.
I ain't saying all the Pharisees were wicked.
Right.
You had believers among the Pharisees, man.
Yeah.
The ones that Apostle Paul rode with, they believed Yahweh Shai, man. Nicodemus, he believed.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the wicked, the ones that was always trying to challenge Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
Those dudes, they wasn't willing to humble down, man. You know? So, yeah, get that in Hebrews. He could get it if you already got it.
It's Hebrews 5:12. For when the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh.
In other words, you got to be taught again. You got to basically relearn and get the knowledge of the truth. It got to be taught to you again. If you want to be a teacher, you got to be taught first. Okay.
Taught by men. Spirit ain't coming down. He's gonna sit on your right shoulder and just whisper in your ear all the mysteries of the kingdom. Right. It's a man that you're gonna learn that from, whether it's through a video or you standing out on the streets asking questions.
Go ahead.
It says, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High, and are become.
Hey, if I may say, why is that? Because it's a humbling thing to humble before another man. You know, to say, hey, this man knows more than me, and I'm gonna have to humble down to get this information from him.
Oh, the Ethiopian eunuch.
Yep.
Acts the 8th chapter, man.
Yep.
When Philip approached him in that, he was chilling in the little chariot. And he saw him reading Isaiah the 53rd chapter. He immediately he acknowledged that he didn't know what he was reading. So that's why he asked him, hey, how can I understand unless some man teach me, man? You know? So it takes you acknowledging by humility that you really don't know it. You admit you don't know something, okay, now the person that knows it, he can teach you. Okay? And once you get taught, now you know. And now that you know it, you teach others. That's how we all came into this thing, man. Even our apostles and elders. You looking for that?
I got it.
All right, and then you're going to go back to that.
I'm going to get right to the point. 27. But I'm I'm trying to see if I can skip. I can't really skip, so I'll just read from 27.
Start at 26.
Okay, 26. Acts 8:26. And the angel of the Lord Yahweh spake unto Philip, saying, Arise and go toward the south unto the way of that goeth down from Jerusalem unto Gaza, which is desert. It says, and he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, an eunuch of great authority under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians, who had the charge of all her treasure, is a position, right? It says, and had come to Jerusalem for to worship.
Showing you he's an Israelite.
Yeah.
He's a Jake, you know.
Yeah.
Why is he keeping a feast if he's a heathen? That's an Israelite.
That's right.
That's part of the custom for us to come to Jerusalem 3 times out of the year for worship.
So the feast, it says, was returning and sitting in his chariot, read Isaiah the prophet.
Yep.
Then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near and join thyself to this chariot. And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah.
Yep.
And said, Understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, How can I, except some man should guide me?
Hey, how could I understand this unless some man run it through to me, man? You know? How can I except some man basically run it through to me? Break it down for me. That's humility, man. Because if you would have said, no, I got it, Philip, I know what I'm reading. You know? And then if he would have, Philip would have...
I done read this 2-3 times, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I done read all through this book. Now I already know what this is talking about. No, that would have been pride. No, he said, nah, how could I know except you break it down to me. You know, that's the mentality that you gotta, that's what the Lord is looking for, man. Because if you got that pride mentality, the Lord gonna make sure you don't get this, man.
That's right. Wisdom cannot rest in a malicious soul. Pride is like a malicious type spirit on you. You're not open to receive. Anyway, it says, and he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him.
Hey, come and break it down, man. I really want to know. I really want to learn. And that's the brothers that's out there with the standing before the camps with the scriptures out, with they highlighters, they notepads. And what was that? What scripture was that? What precept was that? Con. That's what the Lord is looking for, man. Not no nigga that's coming up like, hey, have y'all read the book of this? And
you know what the what is that one? You got the math with the 6 neurons, and you know when they want to break down the mark of the beast, going into this way of the doctrine, 6 neutrons, and
protons or something.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. Some dumb shit. That ain't the mark of the beast.
Y'all know what
sawdust mean.
Right.
Where the book of Enoch.
Yeah. You know what shape the earth is, right?
Yeah.
Most I ain't dealing with clowns like that, man.
It's that listen, waiting for the opportunity to say something. Versus waiting, continuing to receive.
And they come up and give the sacrifice of a fool.
The opposite of Ecclesiastes 5.
Yeah. So go ahead. That was it? That was it? All right, go. You got something? Yeah, finish that in Hebrews.
This is back in Hebrews 5 and 12. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High.
So if you came out of Christianity, and of course, you being in that religion, of course you read through the scriptures, but you didn't read, you didn't understand nothing seeped through when you was reading them scriptures. You was under the poison of Christianity. You read it through Christian lenses. You didn't read it with the spirit of the Lord, because the Lord, his spirit ain't in that pagan ass religion. All right, it's the Holy Spirit, man. It's separate from all that filth, all that witchcraft, all them idols, man. So when you come out of the church, you gotta come with a ready mind to learn. You gotta unlearn all that bullshit, get rid of it, and actually get the true knowledge now.
Right.
That's the first principle. You can continue.
Hold on, I wanted to read that one part. I just want to say something. to yourself. Read that part for me, the first oracles part.
Ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High.
You need your foundation set the right way. It needs to be torn down and reset. Because the Christian church got your foundation all wobbly, cracks, and it's unstable. But when you have one need that one teach you again, the first oracles, the milk. The milk is what you got to go back and get to build your foundation up from the jump.
And are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat.
Yep, and have what's that? That's like,
it says, and are become such as have need of milk. So the foundation scriptures, you know, knowing that you're an Israelite, like when Paul went to the different churches in the Grecian captivities, and first thing he broke down to him was like, what you need to be eating, you know, the dietary laws, things like that.
Instead of meat, the heavy stuff.
Reincarnation and things like that. The beast, NATO and the EU. Things like that.
Yeah, that's meat. Yeah. You don't. As soon as you come in, you don't automatically try to inquire from brothers. Hey, what's the breakdown on Revelation the 17th chapter or Ezekiel 17th chapter?
Who's the goat?
Yeah,
that came out of
You ain't ready for all that, man. You still
that he go to Daniel all about.
Yeah, man.
That's all I need.
You gotta grow some. You gotta grow some teeth first.
That's all I need.
You know what I'm saying?
God. For everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. Right, but you got to be built up. Every brother was built up.
Everybody started as a babe.
The apostles had to be built up from their elders and their apostles. So but it's still a humbling position, because the more you grow, the more milk that you get. Then the Most High put the Spirit on you for you to teach men. You know, for you to start giving brothers the milk, because it's always gonna be new brothers under you. It says, but strong meat belonging to them that are of full age, even those by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
There's that word again, right? Discern. The ability to judge what's the truth and what's not. Which one's the truth between? Yep. That's what the word intelligence means. Intelligence means to choose between.
And you got and it takes acumen for you to do that. Be able to make decisions quick, very quick, wise decisions. When you're making wise decisions on the spot, that means you have the experience of knowing how to choose between what's what, what's right and what's not right. That's why the apostles, they on a level to discern when a nigga ain't right, when he's getting ready to fall out, because they saw millions of guys come through and go. They know how to know who's a spy. They tell us all the time, man, watch for brothers, man. You might have spies amongst you, man. You would never know. But it takes spiritual discernment. Okay? Guys that's not on fire, guys that's in good standing, it takes discernment to know that.
And that's why the apostles got stuff like going all out with these videos.
Yeah, 3 videos.
Because these videos, it's gonna weed out those that ain't real about this thing.
Yep. Yeah, that's that filter and that sifting.
Yep.
Through orders like that, that's kind of like a sifting, man. And they're finding out a lot of guys that claim that's down with this thing, they really ain't about this thing, man. The guys getting an attitude because they telling you to do more work. you basically you getting exposed. Okay? It makes it much more easier for them to discern who's who in the body.
I'll tell you, this is what they gonna do. This is what they do.
Yep. Let them go back to the homework like we used to do years ago.
I might fall out and go back to the homework. Now I'm gonna do it, bro. Lord willing. Lord willing. Now I'm jumping.
Lord shit.
But it wasn't easy, bro.
If they went back to the homework and they required all camps for brothers to read, because back then we had to do not only just read whole books. Not just chapters, we had to read whole books.
Yeah, bro.
And we would have a 10-question or 20-question homework assignment.
Yeah, bro.
20.
You had to turn it in to your camp leader, and your camp leader would have to judge it, to basically grade it.
Yeah.
Let them bring that back, and you have to do more, because it wasn't just chapters. You have to do Hebrew homework assignment. You have to get in the Hebrew, Aramaic.
Not just
write this in Aramaic.
Yeah, ooh, bro.
You
know, it don't seem that hard to us now.
Right.
Because we went through it, but ooh, bro, with the time constraints on it, man, it was a different time then. But now all hands on deck to push out what you know is gonna reveal you. Whether you be true or not.
Remember that Daniel 11 test.
Yeah.
Second Ezra's 11 and 12.
Man.
You know?
I was glad.
But that's the reason why we can't boast. We can't get proud.
Right.
Remember when they put those tests out there? It's because it was certain guys in Great Millstone that was kind of puffed up.
That's easy.
You know?
Matthew test was easy. Like, okay. Daniel 11.
And them same guys is out of here, man. They back in the world. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 51 and 23. Draw near unto me, ye unlearned, and dwell in the house of learning. Wherefore are ye slow, and what say ye of these things, seeing your souls are very thirsty?
Man, yeah, you got to be thirsty for it, man. The Lord got to see that you're eager to get this knowledge, man. King Solomon, Song of Solomon said, I went out about in the streets seeking the wisdom, man. Whom my soul loveth. You got to be thirsty for this, man. Go ahead.
I opened my mouth and said, buy her for yourselves without money.
Well, what does that sound like? Isaiah. Isaiah was at the 55th chapter, man. All right, hey, you that have no money, go and buy. Okay, go ahead.
Put your neck under the yoke and let your soul receive instruction.
Woo. Yeah. Hey, get up under the yokes, man. Humble down, man.
Hey, be a prisoner of hope, right?
Yep. As a matter of fact, get Sirach 6 real quick. Sirach 6, like around maybe 22. You gotta step into this thing like you stepping into some shackles, man.
It's really like that. To 22?
You're gonna get bound to this, start at 22.
Okay, Sirach 6 verse 22. It says, for wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many.
Yep.
Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel.
Go ahead. Refuse not my counsel, man. Basically, get discipline.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, and put thy feet into fetters, and thy neck into her chain.
Yeah, man. Get bound unto her, man. Like you about to go into keep reading, bro.
It says, bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds.
Man.
Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power.
Come to her with your whole mind. Give your whole mind to it, man. Okay? Hey, Apostle Ramlab just did a live show earlier. Your focus, man. It's about your focus being in the right space, man. Okay? Give your whole mind unto her, man. That's where your focus needs to be. Because we're in bondage to wisdom. All right?
Keep going. It's pretty good.
Hey, this wisdom is the kingdom.
Right.
We're bound really to the kingdom, man.
This is the first kingdom. This is we read something right to where I forgot what it was earlier, but we read it. And this is the kingdom of heaven. It said when the kingdom of heaven is in you.
It's in Luke.
It was Luke, I think, right? It said the kingdom of heaven is in you. How is it in you? With this wisdom. This is the first kingdom of heaven to having this understanding and this wisdom.
This the knowledge. This the tree of life right here, man.
It says wisdom is desire wisdom, and ye shall reign forevermore. Well, this is it right here. If your desire be in thrones and scepters, honor wisdom is what I was trying to think of. But I'm gonna just keep reading. It says 27. It says, search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou when thou hast got hold of her, let her not go. Apostles, sentiments of the apostle, right? It said, for at the last thou shalt find her rest.
Because you can let her go. The moment you start to tear, you know, you start to basically leave off the path, and your mind start focusing on other shit. You know, you can lose her, man.
That's right.
All right, being given into your temptations, your lusts, things of this world, man. She'll start to slowly but surely get away from your ass,
You
man.
don't really love me, he ain't paying me no mind. Just like a real woman.
Exactly.
You ain't giving your woman no attention, she gonna start finding it somewhere else.
God.
Somebody that's really into it, you know? It says, for at the last thou shalt find her rest, and that shall be turned to thy joy. Then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, and her chains a robe of glory.
Hey, that's that robe. That's your garment, man.
Yeah.
All right. You know, like it says, was that Revelation? Was that 14? You know, you gotta keep your garment lest you be naked. This knowledge really gotta be in you, man. Just like how you wear your garment and your border of blue and your fringes. Well, this is really to remind us of what? The word. But that word gotta be in you, man. You gotta constantly be in the word. If you more so into this, it's kind of like you already got the fringes and your garment on, man.
That's right.
That's why we could come to IUIC that don't, you know, they know a little, and they talk about, hey, where your fringes at, where your border of blue fringes at.
I think you said that when we walked through.
Hey, but
It's written in us.
if it's not in you, why are you?
This outfit?
Yeah, what good is you wearing this if it ain't even in you?
That's what
It's just about the outward appearance?
brothers to you. Yeah.
Enlarge the
Say,
borders.
are you a Jew inwardly or outwardly?
Con.
Is it about to enlarge the borders, you know, and all of that of your garments? It ain't about that. It's about what you have, with the wisdom you possess inside you.
Read that part again.
Yeah, come on. It says 29. It says, then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, and her chains a robe of glory. And when you walk in the spirit, and if you notice, men in the truth, if you have people that kind of look to you outside the truth, they're always asking you questions and want to find out what they should do. That's a glory. Hey, I know you be on it, man. What you think I should do about this? What'll happen if, you know, somebody told me this, what should I do? They always look to you for that. And that becomes an honor and a burden at the same time, but an honor no less. It says, for there is a golden ornament upon her, and her bands are purple lace.
And her bands, the purple lace.
Yep.
That's that border of blue.
Yep.
That's that border of blue right there,
Keeping
man.
the covenant. Because if you keep the covenant, you get the glory of the Most High.
Con.
Like he said, he will bless us. That's part of glory. You get the blessings. Not on full scale on this side right now, but in the kingdom of heaven, you get them for sure, physically.
See, this garment we reading about, IUIC don't really have it.
Nope.
They make up the
Outfit,
nice ass
purple and gold.
royal purple and the fringes lined up beautifully, crisp out ribbon of blue on the border in their garments, man. But do you have this garment right here?
Yeah. Spiritual garment.
Spiritual garment. You know?
It says, thou shalt put her on as a robe of honor, and shall put her about thee as a crown of joy. Yep.
That's right, man. You know? And that's that wedding garment that the Lord, you know, you're gonna be recommended to have that, to be a part of the marriage. Okay? What happened?
He said he a Levi. He said he from the tribe of
Okay.
Levi.
Okay.
He thinking spiritually.
Yeah.
He ain't, you can tell, you know. He like me, but he ain't thinking it, he ain't saying that.
Right.
But that's cool, I'll take that. Spirit must have revealed that to me.
Right.
Walk down,
The
yeah.
Spirit just revealed he's a Levite.
Yeah, he is Israelite now.
Yeah, that's cool.
God.
That was pretty, I mean, you know, that was pretty much it.
God, y'all got anything else? Quick prayer or something to end off?
I wanted to finish this.
Yeah, finish that.
Sirach 51 and 26.
Let's pick up, brother. We forgot you had that on. I did.
Put your neck under the yoke and let your soul receive instruction. She is hard at hand to find. Behold, with your eyes, how that I have had put little labor, and have gotten unto me much rest. Get learning with a great sum of money, and get much gold by her. Let your soul rejoice in his mercy, and be not ashamed of his praise. Work your work bedtimes, and in his time he will give you your reward.
Hey, because there's the initial
Sirach 6 and 19.
the original the most basic level of the kingdom or riches or wisdom, are wisdom. That wisdom is the riches, brother. It's the riches and the kingdom of heaven. It starts with this wisdom. That's why you got to get this to even have a chance to get into the kingdom of heaven.
Sirach 6 and 19.
Ecclesiasticus 6.
Because that hard work, at the end of the day, it's gonna pay off. You're gonna receive the rewards of laboring to get this wisdom and putting in the work, going out there, pushing the word, going out on the highways and hedges, putting up all those videos. Hey man, when the apostles put that decree out and trying to encourage brothers to put more up, they basically trying to encourage you to get your spiritual livestock up, man. Yep. Get your bank accounts, get put more into that account, man.
Hey.
Get yourself more rich, man. Towards the Most High.
I just want to say this real quick to tie it in earlier, right? When we was talking about how in the fourth quarter of this fiscal year, as far as money goes, where all the holidays are kind of lined up at, this devil will push all these idols of Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and drain Jake's money. Well, on the opposite side of wisdom, we know that this is the fourth quarter of the fiscal, spiritual fiscal year of wisdom. Hey, push it out there. Get your money up for the fourth quarter. Add all them points up. Get all them extra dollars, all them extra shekels. Talking about wisdom. Put all your good works out there right now, because this is about to be over real soon. We're in the fourth quarter. It's about to be over. The last second, you got to pour in them points. That's all kind of what I'm saying.
Sirach 6 and 19. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruits. For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon.
Yeah, and that's that's talking about the fruits of your labor. Your basically the reward for your works. That's what you're gonna receive at the end of this, man. And you get what you put into it.
Yep.
You get what you put into it, man. All right. That's pretty much. That was the point. Yeah.
Second Ezra chapter 2, we'll start at verse 45. It says, He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High God Yahweh. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Yep. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of God, the Son of the Most High God Yahweh. His name is Yahweh Shai. It says, Whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I to greatly commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
There it is, man. We're gonna wrap up. All right, y'all good? That's it. All right, so with that, we're gonna give all the praise going out to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Yahweh Kadash. Double honor to the elder apostles, a great wisdom that showed us this truth. Greetings and salutations, shalom, wa barakatuh, to all you brothers all throughout the four corners that's pushing this gospel, man. Giving your body as a living sacrifice. Keep pushing, keep striving, man. Stay on fire, stay diligent, man. We almost out of here, man. Hey, death to America, man. So with that, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.